Creating content is important, but let's face it, sometimes it's difficult to come up with new content ideas. When you get to that inevitable stuck point, review this list to help trigger your next brilliant content idea.
And now it's time for some more DIY SEO tips with Jennifer Regina.
First is a list article. Seeing as how this very video is based off of a list article, sometimes referred to as a listicle, it seems to be a fitting item to start with for our list. Creating a list article is simple. You choose a topic that allows you to outline multiple options. Each of those options then become a list item. The articles almost always start with a number such as 9 incredible ways to, 16 super simple things you can do to, or the 6 cheapest tools to. Titles with a number have also been shown to be one of the most commonly shared pieces of content on social media. Next are debunking myths. Every industry has myths. Highlight some of the common myths and reveal the truth behind the myths. You can also take the opposite route and create an article about facts, or you can mix the two together with an article that lists statements and then reveals if each item is factual or a myth. Next is bizarre holidays. There are a ton of bizarre holidays. From National Beer Day to Hairstyle Appreciation Day, there is a bizarre holiday to fit almost every industry. Review the bizarre holidays and identify any that can be related to your business. Keep track of those holidays on your editorial calendar. You can create a content piece around that topic and inform your readers about the holiday. 4 is interview experts. So interview experts in your industry. For your content piece, you can interview one or more experts. A popular method to gather this content is to prepare your questions ahead of time, then determine the experts that you'd like to interview. Contact them either via email or social media and explain the situation. Let them know that you're writing an article about a particular topic and you're looking for experts to share their opinions. Give them a question or a set of questions that you've put together, and then let them know that you'd love to include their opinion in the article if they have time to respond by whatever your deadline is. When your article is finished, reach out to each expert referenced in the article, thank them for participating, and provide the link. They will typically want to share the interview with their followers. Okay, the 5th idea is to build a glossary or a complete guide. Create a useful resource specific to your industry. Create a glossary defining terms, acronyms, and jargon commonly used in your business. Or you can choose a specific topic within your business and create a complete guide explaining exactly how to do that particular item. If you decide to create either of these content ideas, make sure they're detailed and beautiful and meaningful. If they are, they'll get shared and be a wonderful source of backlinks. Next is to share a study or a survey. So create a content piece using unique research. The simplest way to do this is to send a survey out to your users and then share the results in an article. You can also share a case study, interview a user that has been very successful with your product, and then outline the experience and successes. People naturally want to share this type of content with others. Next is to post reviews of industry items. So review items related to your field. This can be applied to physical items or digital items. You can review apps, software services, or physical goods. You can write an extensive review on one item or create a comparison guide which reviews the pros and cons of multiple similar items. Our 8th idea is infographics. So infographics combine data with visuals. Infographics are shared more often than list articles. You may already have content with a lot of data that you can build into an infographic. If you don't have design experience, you can build an infographic easily using Canva. And if you need data, there are a few good resources that you can use to get data. You can use Zanran, you can use the Google Data Gallery, or data.gov Data Catalog. Okay, next are seasonal industry topics. How do seasonal trends affect business in your industry? Are you in the health or beauty industry? How do the seasons affect skincare or allergies? And for the fitness industry, New Year's resolutions and bathing suit months can cause seasonality trends. There's also the more obvious seasonal trends, such as the holiday gift-giving rush for e-commerce shops. Write content specific to the time of year, and try and write this towards the beginning of the season so you can share it throughout the season. Next are industry updates. So keep your audience up to date with the industry in general. Things are always changing. Make it easy for people to stay up to date on current trends and best practices. And then the 11th idea is top news stories. Do you need even more content ideas? Share current events and highly discussed news stories. Give your opinion and unique point of view on the situation. Don't just copy and paste the same story, but add value to it. The 12th idea is new product updates. You can also write content highlighting updates to your product. Of course, you only want this to be a small percentage of your content. However, it is valuable for people to stay updated with changes to your product. It could also be beneficial to create tutorials and guides to help people get the full potential out of your product features. Hopefully, these content ideas will help provide inspiration for your next post. Do you have an idea for an article not mentioned on this list? Let us know in the comments.
Thanks for listening, and if you enjoyed this, please subscribe. This episode was brought to you by ClearPath Online, a DIY SEO tool for your website.